There once was a homeless man, having no home. He had no place to keep his food. So every day he made rounds around town and he begged for food. One day he noticed that some of his food was missing. As this kept happening every day, he kept sharp eye out for the thief. And one day the thief appeared. It was a mouse. The man was shocked. How can you steal from me? I am just a poor homeless man. Why don't you go steal from the rich, wealthy people? They hardly notice that their food is missing. The mouse said, I don't know. It is my destiny to steal from you. What? Why? I don't know. Because it is your destiny to only have 8 items in your possession. What? What kind of destiny is that? Thought the man. As he sat down to ponder this, he realized, who would want to live such a hard life? I must find the answer. Mouse, why is this so? I don't know. You must go ask the Buddha. He will tell you. So the man began his journey across forest and treacherous hanging bridges and wild beasts. And at dusk, he came to a wealthy family estate. He knocked on the door. Knock, knock, knock. A gentleman came to the door. Dear sir, can I please stay with you for the night? I am new in this place and I am afraid to stay outside. Could I please stay in your house? I promise to leave in the morning. Well, of course, please do come in. As they served a meal and they sat down, the older man asked the young homeless man, why are you traveling so late? I must go meet the Buddha. I have a question for him. The wife who was coming with a sumptuous meal heard the question and the answer and told the man, could you, kind sir, ask a question for us? Why, of course I would. What ails you? We have a 16-year-old daughter who has never been able to speak. Can you please ask the Buddha why he cannot speak? What do we have to do to get her to speak? Well, of course I will ask on your behalf, dear lady. He spent a most comfortable night at the wealthy family's estate. In the morning as he departed, he promised to ask their question. He walked all day, and at last he came upon a sea of mountains. There was no end to the mountains. How will I cross the sea of mountains? He pondered. As he began to climb the first mountain, he met a wizard with a staff. Oh, dear man, can you help me cross the sea of mountains? Well, of course, hop on to my staff. They both hopped onto the staff, and as they flew over the sea of mountains, the wizard asked the man, what brings you to these parts of the world? Where are you going? I have a question about my destiny for the Buddha. Oh, said the wizard, can you please ask a question for me? I have been trying to go to heaven for 1,000 years. And according to my teaching, I should be in heaven now. Could you please ask my question? Well, of course. As they came to the other side of the sea of mountains, and the wizard dropped the man gently on the ground, he reminded him, please do remember to ask my question. The man said he would remember. He continued his journey and at last came to a wide and wild raging river. How will I ever cross this river? Just as he asked this question, a giant turtle appeared before him. Gentlemen, what are you doing here? I need to cross the river, dear turtle. Can you please help me across? Well, of course. Come on to my shell. As the man struggled to balance on the slippery shell, crossing the river, the turtle asked the question, what brings you to this part of the world? I am coming to see the Buddha. I have a question for him. Oh, asked the turtle, can you please ask a question for me? I have been trying to become a dragon for 500 years. And according to my teaching, I should have become a dragon by now. The man promised to ask the giant turtle's question. As he dismounted and walked for a short while, he entered a peaceful grove where a small, modest, yet clean and neat monastery sat. He entered the monastery, and there, sitting as if in the midst of a glow, was a peaceful man, the Buddha. The man bowed to the Buddha. Oh, most respected Buddha, please allow me to ask my questions. I have traveled from faraway lands, and I must ask you these questions. The Buddha agreed to answer his questions. But the Buddha said, I will only answer 3 questions. The man was shocked. He thought, but I have 4 questions. What shall I do? At that moment, he remembered the turtle. Oh, that turtle, that poor turtle in the deep, wild, raging river. What a hard life that must be. He should become a dragon. 500 years. I will ask his question. Then he remembered the wizard. 1,000 years seems like such a long time. The wizard deserves to go to heaven. I will ask his question. Then he remembered the young daughter. Without being able to speak, life without speaking is so cruel, he thought. How can she live like that? I will ask her question. Then he remembered his own question, his situation. I am just a homeless beggar. I can go back home and continue begging. I am used to it. Nothing is going to change for me. But for them, everything could change if they get the answers they need. So he decided to ask their questions, and the Buddha, as he promised, answered. As for the turtle, the Buddha said, the turtle is very comfortable in his shell. He is unwilling to leave his shell behind. All he has to do is slip out of his shell and he will become a dragon. Could that be? The man wondered. And as he remembered the answer, then he asked the wizard's question. The Buddha replied, the wizard is used to playing tricks, and he is very attached to his staff. He never lets go of his staff. It acts as an anchor to the earth. All he has to do is let go of his staff. Could that be? The man thought. Yes, I will remember this answer for the wizard. Then he asked the young daughter's question, and the Buddha replied, the daughter will speak the day she meets her beloved, her true love. The man held these answers and questions in his heart, thanked the Buddha, bowed to the Buddha, and bid farewell. As he walked back to the river, the turtle quickly appeared, eager to find the answer. Did you ask my question? Did you remember? Well, of course I remember. All you have to do is come out of your shell and you will become a dragon. The turtle slipped out of his shell and wings sprouted from his back. As the shell was left empty, the man could see a large amount of pearls found in the deepest oceans by the turtle. The turtle, as it flew in the sky, told the man, you can keep these. I don't need them anymore. I am a dragon now. And he flew away. The man used the shell full of pearls to sail across the river. As he came to the other side, he gathered all the pearls onto his rucksack, and he walked for some time until he saw the first mountain. Suddenly the wizard appeared in the sky, eager to find the answer. Did you ask my question? Well, of course I did. All you have to do is stop playing tricks and let it go of your staff. Could it be so easy? Of course. He gave the staff to the man, and right then and there he ascended to heaven cautioning the young man from above, "Be good, good man," as he disappeared into heaven. Now the man hopped onto the staff and crossed the sea of mountains. And as he came to the wealthy family estate, he knocked on the door, and the family, husband and wife, came eager to find the answer to their daughter's question. What did the Buddha say? Well, the Buddha said that she would speak when she meets, and at that moment, they heard a voice. The young daughter from behind the parent said, "Hey, isn't that the man who was here this past week?" Such was the happiness of the parents that their wedding was fixed on that very same day. That's it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you know, you didn't introduce yourself at the beginning of the recording, so why don't you introduce yourself now and tell us a little bit about your work?
Okay, well, you can see my name is Marleny, and I'm originally from Cuba. So, yeah, I came to the US in my late 20s and studied to work as a Waldorf teacher. Now I'm almost 50 years old, have 2 sons, and have been living in India since 2019. Came to this part of the world, quit my job, and came to this part of the world to pursue my spiritual path and to be of service. I have received much from my instructors and gurus, and now it's time to repay their kindness. So this is what I'm doing, enjoying and
And you still train teachers?
Yes, I'm still doing that. I continue to do that. I'm mentoring schools and teachers. Sometimes I volunteer my time also. Right now, I am volunteering for a large school, almost 800 children, orphan children, near Kathmandu, and they're all beautiful. And they are wishing to bring a little joy and happiness to their curriculum.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I am glad, Shraddha.
You told in such a you know, comfortable, relaxed, natural voice. It was so wonderful to listen. And also you had a lot of joy in the telling, but a quiet joy. You were not loud about it, but it was a quiet joy. It was wonderful.
Thank you. I'm many years telling stories to children. As you might know, Waldorf teachers, we teach through storytelling, even science, art, math, everything we teach is through storytelling. So, yeah, we developed this over time.
And your acting was wonderful. You really played the different characters.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that repeating all the formula of the asking was very, very powerful. All the time, repeating. It's very, very powerful. Thank you.
Well, you're most welcome. My pleasure.
Barry?
I was expecting at the end, and maybe I missed it, to hear about the answer to his question somehow coming out, but it didn't, did it? That he would only have 8. Or did it?
Did. He changed his karma. He changed his destiny. And so, yeah, this is a little bit about the bodhisattva ideal, you know, the being who lives to benefit all beings, because we know that our happiness cannot exist disconnected from other people's happiness. Like if I come in here and you are all crying and shouting and blaming each other, then I would not be happy. So because you're not happy, I am not happy. And so then this is that kind of story in giving up his just focused on himself and benefiting others and serving others, his own happiness was realized.
Nice. And Marleny, I have to say, I think this is the first time I've met you, and you remind me a lot of another Cubana, Cuentacuentos in the United States.
I have to meet her.
Yeah, she's a bit older, but your eyes and your mouth, your smile remind me so much.
Yes, I'm available.
Yeah. Her name Yeah, her name is
Okay,
Tercy
okay.
Bendeberg, and maybe if I have a chance, I'll send you a link or something. Yeah.
Oh, please do share. We'd love to. It's rare to meet a Cuban. So such a small country, right?
Yeah. Well, she's in the United States now, but she's originally from Cuba, and you remind me a lot of her.
Wonderful. I'm glad.
May I?
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead, go ahead.
Marleny, the calm in your voice and your telling, it tells a lot about your own spiritual journey. Thank you so much for sharing that story. It answered not just the beggar's question, which he never asked, and everybody's question. It's answering a lot of unasked
Hello.
questions. Thank you
I
so
think you
much.
stopped my video.
Yes.
Yeah, already in the line. I already in the video only.
Somebody's talking there. I don't know. Mohan, Raj.
1 second, zoom on. Huh? Camera is on only. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Somebody's having their own live stream story going on.
I think Mohan is speaking with Eric, and Eric is
Yeah.
helping him on the phone.
I think
Okay.
so.
Yes, yes, yes.
Some good detective work there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's very good. I'm glad. Yes, this I mean we have to when
1
we're
second, come
teaching
back. Huh?
children especially and even adults, being calm, being relaxed.
Now 1 minute, 1 minute.
Is anybody else able to mute this Mohan?
I think Eric can.
Yes.
Eric? Help.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. We're trying to get him ready for
Okay,
the next thing. Yeah.
would you be able to mute him? I cannot hear.
Yes, of course. I
Thank
just
you
did
so
that
much.
right now. Yes, I'm sorry.
Interestingly, I'm trying to connect story 1 with story 2. How I
Mm.
wish Bhishma could have changed his karma by all the help that he did, by all the goodness that he meant for people, including his father. I wish it was like that.
Yeah,
But
well, things change actually. I mean, if you go to Kurukshetra ever, you can feel there is some energy there. Something very important happened there. And the story tells us that Lord Krishna was really looking at the world and all these warriors were getting very powerful and out of hand. And something had to be done to reset the landscape, you know, the reality of the time. So he sent his messengers looking for a place where something very bad had happened, where he could have a big battle to reset and to reestablish the Dharma in the world. And so one of the messengers came back with this, he had been to this area and he said he saw 2 brothers fighting. And they were fighting because the older brother asked the younger brother to block the water to prevent it from flooding the fields. And the younger brother refused to do so. So the older brother was so angry that he killed his younger brother and used his corpse, his body, to block the water from entering the field. This messenger had seen this and reported to Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna thought, this is indeed very, very bad. So this is the place where we will conduct the battle. And that's how it was decided. And it was decided so to bring down the incredible pride and arrogance of the time so that people would have a chance again for the Dharma to be heard. So, and you can feel that. So something was done through that battle to bring us back to our original goodness. There was a cleansing and purification that happened there, which takes us to the next level. You know, then you can begin to ponder, how can I be free and how can I bring everybody along with me? Not just for myself, but for everyone. Yeah, when the
Oh,
heart
wonderful.
opens up.
Awesome, awesome. Thank
So
you.
it's not so disconnected as I see
Yes,
it from my
yes.
aspect.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for that bit of information, Marleny, because I didn't know how Kurukshetra was selected for the battle. So that was really
I
nice.
love these stories, you know, and one thing that I can say as a storyteller that really helped me is to drop into my heart space, into my chest when I speak. If I notice that I am getting tense and the voice is coming up from my head, then that's a bit disturbing for my audience, especially for children. And so, and now we have so many sensitive people with different challenges and situations. So that's really helped me as a storyteller. I saw a change in the audience, how they were able to receive, listen, and enjoy, really enjoy when I speak from here. And I have to give the credit to my spiritual guru, you know, so because I was my voice was loud, and my guru told me, no, do this, then speak, and that changed everything. So
And I really enjoyed hearing story told by Lalita and by you, Marleny. And I fully agree with you that happiness increases if it is shared. So thank you, Eric, for sending me the link. I'm really enjoying hearing the stories. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much. And that's really very good thought about bringing your voice down into your body. And of course, it's not just your voice; it's your attitude, it's your personality. You know, I coach a lot of storytellers, and I'm often encouraging them to do that in some way or the other. So maybe I'll incorporate some of your language as I try to encourage people to find that that sense of calmness.
Hello.
Yes. Did someone else want to say anything?
இதுல இருக்கேன்னு சொன்னல.
I think that was our friend again. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.